What amazing stuff here, Valentino Rossi.
Valentino Rossi is back in business. Good start by Rossi, looks like a quite good start by Roberts. And it's Casey Stoner who has come from absolutely nowhere to lead the way. Rossi's going to make his move now to take the lead. Valentino Rossi leads the Grand Prix of Catalunya, gets past Casey Stoner in turn one. Valentino Rossi leads the way, tucked in behind him. The impressive 21-year-old Australian Casey Stoner, and Stoner has gone past him.
Rossi goes through on Casey Stoner, but he's not going to stick this time. Stoner goes back into first position. As we look again, Valentino Rossi makes another move on Casey Stoner. Rossi leads the way though. We're on board now with Danny Pedrosa. Looking at Casey Stoner. Again, whoa. Stoner blast past Rossi as we watch Valentino Rossi just get back past in front of Casey Stoner. A real battle going on between these two. Once again, can Stoner blast past Valentino Rossi once more? They've got the throttle fully open, and there goes Casey Stoner. He's passed him once again. On the brakes, who's it going to be as they're going to turn one? It's Casey Stoner once more. Valentino Rossi in the left-hander as we expected. Rossi goes up and Rossi takes the lead. Can Casey Stoner get past him? And you see the drag to the line there. That's with Rossi having passed him in the middle of the lap. And Stoner hits the line first. Coming out of the corner, who's going to go into the final corner of the circuit first? It's Valentino Rossi. Down they go through the home straight. Valentino Rossi is going to lead at the end of lap one, but he's got Casey Stoner for company, and Stoner's just going to fly right past him.
Look at that. Rossi takes the lead up the inside of Casey Stoner. But Casey Stoner has got that extra speed in his locker. Thank you, Valentino. You've done all the hard work. I just retake the lead. Rossi will try and rough him again, though.
Look at him. He's going to go through on the brakes. Casey Stoner gets a much tighter line. Now you see, that's the warning for Valentino Rossi. Valentino Rossi reclaims the lead with 11 and a half laps remaining in the Grand Prix of China. They go down that straight. What can the Ducati do this time?
Rossi now takes a very different line. He's gone very up the inside. Rossi hangs on there, does he not quite? Here he goes, Rossi, up the inside of Stoner. Whoa, what a maneuver.
No, he's gone wide, gone very, very wide indeed. Onto the AstroTurf on the outside of this track. That was such a risky manoeuvre from Valentino Rossi, and he's paid the price for it. And here comes Valentino Rossi. Valentino Rossi goes through on Stoner, but Stoner goes back past him. And you see, he's trying a different corner now, Valentino Rossi. He's trying the right-hander before this left, and this time the left-hander, and he goes through, and Valentino Rossi hangs on this time, does he? Stoner's there once more. Rossi and Stoner side by side. The fans are on their feet because they love Valentino Rossi around the world. They love him here as well, but here comes Casey Stoner. Casey Stoner on the Ducati goes straight past the Yamaha of Valentino Rossi, hard on the brake. Valentino Rossi has to brake very, very deep through there and hangs on to first place. This is turning out to be an epic battle at the front. Stoner tries it in the right-hander through turn three. A long radius right-hander, and Stoner's through. Stoner's through, is he into first position? Yes, he is.
But Rossi may have the advantage here. No, he's not. He's been forced out. Rossi right behind Casey Stoner. Stoner leads the way. Rossi going to try to get back to the front. Rossi back in front,
but he runs it a little bit wide. This is incredible stuff.
We're on board with Valentino Rossi. Rossi up the inside, round the right-hander. That's an incredible overtaking manoeuvre from Valentino Rossi. And as they come into the start and finish straight, it's Rossi that leads the way. But will the Ducati have the extra speed with 5 laps to go? I think it will. But Rossi's so good on the brakes here. They start to break any moment now, but Stoner still leads the way. Here comes Rossi up the inside of Stoner. We ride with Rossi. Rossi's taking the lead at turn one. The race of the season, perhaps even the race of the decade.
Across they go once more. Watch that red bullet fire past Valentino Rossi. Now they go hard on the brakes. Rossi on the right of your picture, Stoner on the left. They go into turn one now. Rossi cuts across the front. Casey Stoner wants to lead into turn one. He goes past Valentino Rossi, this time on the brakes. Here comes Rossi at the front. Whoa. Rossi has a look on the inside of Casey Stoner. It's not going to be through the chicane this time, but it could be somewhere else on this lap. Valentino Rossi is right on the rear tyre of Casey Stoner. Valentino Rossi goes through on Casey Stoner, and Rossi's made the manoeuvre.
Valentino Rossi is back in business. Valentino Rossi wins the Dutch TT here in Assen. He's going to have a go at Stoner straight away. Up the inside of Stoner. He's gone through. Rossi means business. And here comes Casey Stoner trying to cut the inside of Valentino Rossi side by side. Oh, Rossi leaves it late. and still gets in there just in front.
Down the home straight they go. On the Ducati, we're on board with Casey Stoner from the helicopter. Now you can see as Stoner goes past, runs it very, very deep into the corner, but he can bring it round. Stoner claims second position back from Valentino Rossi. Rossi's going through. Valentino Rossi tries to make the move through and goes through into second position. They head up to the corkscrew for the first time, an attack from Rossi. Valentino Rossi goes through and leads in the US Grand Prix. Now, what can he do from this position? Now, what we're going to see here as they come into turn one. He's made the move and he goes into turn two, so Casey Stoner takes over the front. That didn't last too long for Valentino Rossi. Now, what can Stoner do?
Wow.
Rossi goes through and pushes Stoner away. Casey won't like that one bit. Tries to take the pace, doesn't he? Had a bit more drive coming out of that corner, but Rossi stood strong. Once more, round the outside, going up the Rahal straight. Unbelievable stuff from Casey Stoner. And Rossi comes straight back at the corkscrew. We haven't seen action like this as Rossi runs off track and pushes Stoner wide. What amazing stuff here. It's Valentino Rossi. Stoner goes round the outside, certainly stronger, isn't he? Rossi
Same move again.
Going to make it one more time up turn 5 and goes through. Here we go.
Here we go, down the front straightaway.
Casey Stoner round the outside at turn 1. Just like John Hopkins told us, can he pull enough of a gap before we get to turn 5? He's run it deep, hasn't he? Run it far too wide in there. Casey Stoner does make a move on the front straight, as we said. Rossi's going to try and get straight back underneath him, and Stoner's going to keep the bike stuck in there, isn't he? But Rossi sticks it right up underneath him straight away.
Here we go. Here's Casey back straight back underneath him. He's strong in this section.
Great stuff in turn 3. Stoner goes through, but Rossi's hanging the bike
around
outside.
the outside. Unbelievable.
Valentino Rossi will take victory in the United States Grand Prix. Rossi's going to have another look on the inside of Casey Stoner. Through on the brakes, that left leg comes out in a big dangle there from Valentino Rossi, and he goes through and takes the lead.
He is chasing Casey Stoner for a podium finish. Is he going to get up the inside of turn 13? He could do. Valentino Rossi on the podium, then runs it wide.
He does run it wide.
And here comes Rossi once again up the inside. Now, can he make it stick this time round? Stoner pulls across, trying to find a way up the inside. No, he hasn't.
Can Stoner find a way onto the podium? He gets the drive out to the final corner, and Rossi will try and outbrake him. Stoner will put pressure on that right leg of Valentino Rossi. Runs it deep. That's clever from Stoner. So here comes Rossi again. He's going to try it at turn 13 once more. Here comes Stoner. He's coming back. Here comes Rossi once more. There'll be one lap to go after this one, and it will all be down to the final lap for the battle for the podium position.
Valentino Rossi has got Casey Stoner in his sights. I don't think he's close enough this time round as they come up towards turn 1.
He's coming from
Rossi's in the mood. Rossi's in the mood.
He's going to go through very late, and he's taken down Stoner. That's silly. Valentino Rossi attacked from a long way back, and he's taken out Casey Stoner. This one's going to rumble and rumble on afterwards, because that was from a long way back. Down he went, and he cleared Stoner out of the way.
Here goes Rossi on the brakes into the chicane. Surely he's not close enough. Here he comes. Rossi through on Stoner side by side. Does he run it wide? He's made it stick. Rossi up into second place.
Stoner's back. Stoner had the line coming out of the chicane, and he's going to get him back. Here comes Rossi on the inside through the second part of the blue end. But again, just like at the chicane, he's going to run it wide on the exit. And
up at the chicane again. Here comes Rossi. He's going to have a go. I'm sure he's going to have a go on Stoner. There's no way through the ring. Can he make it stick? Wait for the cheers. Listen to the crowd. Valentino Rossi is back in front of Casey Stoner.